So many thanks for staying with us. Shaka Azul is the CEO of Chavern Group, and well, he said that's with nothing. That's the first question I'm going to turn around and put to him. You are a mover and a shaker. Today is Ghana. Can you just do any business without having anything in hand? No, you need money to transact.
Well, but you transact your credibility. You know? Yeah, you can go to that. Okay, Charlie, I don't have money. I need to be able to do this. You help me out. It's okay. I'll give you 5 pieces. You go sell it. You make some money. You come back, pay me. We're going to be serious. You go sell 5, you come back, you give you 12. You go sell that, come back. That's it. And you going. So you don't need the money for that.
So a lot of people at home today saying they are jobless, they need cash to start. You're saying it's a wrong,
Yeah,
a wrong step.
I mean, unless you don't trust yourself, you say you go run away with money, then yeah, sure, it's an issue. But if you can go out there and say, listen, this is my problem, and I need some help. Give you the help, and you come out clean, fine, you do it.
Okay, you know, Shaka Azu owns a 14-seater aircraft. Today it's fully operational. You can just even hit his company and say you might want to rent it. But this is a man who actually started virtually with nothing. So, yeah. So let me find out from you. Give me a feel of how you started without anything. If you can give me one practical example that can make people understand you better. How did you start?
How did I start? Okay, there are two brothers. Oh, okay, of course, but Kalabule those days, you know, get some, get some bulk, get some money, get some fly, get some money. Okay, sure, but that's not sustainable, okay? So, you got this guy, okay, guys, you guys tell Kevin this story. I need, uh, back when so they look at me like, this guy crazy or something? Anyway, so you allocate me 10, I find someone to buy it. I make some cut on there, and we fine. I said, cool. So every Tuesday and Thursday, I go to the office and I do that. Okay, everybody in the office picked up, got allocated currency stores anyway. Okay, so and they all made at the time 5 cities of a currency store. So after about 2, 3 weeks, I buy a few, I put them in my car, and I go off to go to so many Aburi, whatever. That's where currency stores are needed, not in Accra. And I don't know why I make 2, 3 cities instead of Accra 5 cities. So now I buy everybody's currency store in the office, or I pay 5 cities and 7. That's it.
Because that profit.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you say that was the seed money from starting? Or
No,
you tried that and failed?
That's what you do a lot of beer. Yeah, true. But see, you need to have 3 things running at the same time. Okay. Your short term
as a businessman.
That's the business. Your short term stuff, your medium term stuff, and your long term stuff. Use the short term to fund your medium term stuff to fund the long term. That's how it works.
You are educating my audience, so I want you to give me some practical things. If you say, okay, I'm doing this short term, this gets me a little income. This is the medium term, and in the long term, I'm thinking about maybe real estate. So that's what's your own life experience. Give me
yeah, so you want to um, you want to build a house, okay? Now you need to plan towards building a house. Now, how do you do that? You don't have the money, so you cost that house, and you start working. You put in away so much every month. Okay, you may not be able to put it all together and say, okay, now I got 100 million of in the house. Okay, but you know how many blocks you need, you know how many bags of cement you need, you know how much stone you need, and that's it. And you just build it up slowly. Okay, I just say Rome was not built in a day. You got to start from somewhere.
Okay, let me come to a major part that I'm sure I've highlighted tonight so much, the airline industry.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an easy ground. It's very expensive. How did you get into the aviation sector?
How did I get into it? Started off with area of photography. we had a six-seater aircraft with a huge camera in there, and we take pictures of the city. Okay, so you create a map. It was like God looking down on it. You know. Well, it's virtually a map. It's a photo map, and you so we have an air photography company. We did. That's where we went into the assembly business because we then set up what you call a geographic information system. Now that basically identify every property on your computer, so you know who lives in there, their ages, their sexes, their income levels, how often they get malaria, what they want, what they sell at parties, the crime areas, and basically to set up development planning information and revenue mobilization. I mean, we use that same platform to improve the revenue of Second Itaquani Metro. When we went in the assembly by itself had collected 200 million cedis there a year by using the GI. We were able to identify all the properties, zone collection areas, and move collection from 200 million to 570 million.
But you use this company to help revenue generation.
Yeah. So we moved first year, we moved to 570. The following year, we moved to 970, and the subsequent year, 1.3 billion. Just by, and you couldn't steal the money because we'll catch you. It's a system. Okay? And of course, when it comes to revenue, you need to also know what the people want. I mean, for instance, by law, whatever you collect from
any location. Chaka, you give me a second, okay? I'll go back to my viewers shortly. Where this is a man you'd want to know. We have some few videos about him that he might not even know about himself. So let's just go back to the studio. We'll pick up this information about him, and then we'll come back again and continue with the questions you want to know.
Mm.
When he asks you to be here at 9, he will be there even before 9. He expects you to also be there before 9. And secondly, he is also very, very um, innovative. He's always a step ahead of our clients. He drives us to work hard all the time. And sometimes you think he's pushing you too much. But at the end of the day, you realize that what your outcome is far better and makes you a better employee. And also, he likes reading. As for reading, he likes reading a lot. So it's one thing is that there's nothing actually you can talk about that Mr. Azu doesn't know about.
Very focused when it comes to business. And when he has foresight as well. When Chaka wants to do something, he makes sure he delivers. Very punctual, and also he does things on time. He doesn't delay when he has to do something. And these are some of the things I love about Chaka.
How do you think that a person like this can benefit Ghana?
We actually went on many projects, and the project that we did in the Western region that was for the Shamahate Metropolitan Assembly. Um, we actually did a property rate building system for them. On their record sheet, they had only 12,000 properties for the whole of the second Itaquadi metropolis. But when we went in and took new dimensions and data of all the properties there, we were close to 30,000. And now made the assembly revenue go really up, yeah, almost about 100%.
So these are some gentlemen he works with. Well, David Yosen, one man I know so much. Happy to hear that he's working with you. That's right. But let's just quickly come to your anti-corruption company.
Yeah.
Now, how is it helping the industry? And even why did you decide to move into such a venture?
Well, see, what happens out here is people tend to go for the cheapest stuff that you get. and they believe that they saving money. Okay, that is because we do not put a value on time. Okay, if you can go buy red oxide and go and paint a piece of metal like it. You be doing it every week, and it's not going to help you. Okay, so we decided that okay, we would look for products that are best suited for our environment. Now, where corrosion is termed severe, you're looking at 5,000 parts per million of chloride in water. We took a sea water sample to the lab. 20,000
I won't say I patch it.
4,000 what is it? That's very severe. So you can't just take some cockaboo epoxy paint and put it on and expect it to work. It worked. Okay. So we went for a moisture cure urethane that got a high aluminum content, and it was perfect. We tested it with the Navy. We had a tugboat coated for the Ports and Harbors Authority for 2 years, and there's not one spot of rust on the deck. That is unusual. They were regularly chipping that surface every and coating it with the oxygen. Every 2 months. I mean, so now you're looking at non-availability of the vessel, to the cost of chipping it and painting every quarter. Now, what value do you place on that boat not being available? Okay? So if you spend 5,000 every quarter, why don't you spend 30,000 and not have to do it for 2 years? It's cheaper.
So you thought about all these opportunities, like let's go solve all the corrosion needs of the maritime industry, and then you decided to set this one up.
Yeah, because you need to understand first the principle of corrosion. How does corrosion take place? Okay, you need oxygen and you need moisture. Okay, so if you can eliminate these two, you got a tight surface. Now, everything else that's sold is just a plastic coating. That's basically what an epoxy paint is, the plastic coating. Now, it takes 3 days to cure, and then in the curing process, the oxygen and the moisture will permeate the membrane, and the corrosion goes on underneath the coating, even after it's cured. So you find out that, yeah, sure, it looks tight on the outside, but it's all on the inside.
As a country, I'm happy you've talked about this and you're looking at the maritime sector. But just about 3 days ago, in one of our bulletins, we did waters, um, corrosion in the railway sector and how much we're losing so much. I mean, I'm looking at the Chavern Group. I mean, anti-corruption. Where are you thinking about taking this? Or do you think you can move on and extend these solutions even to the railway sector?
We've had this test site on the beach in Cameroon for 2 years. We took one sample, with all the samples are closed. We took one sample and we put it a section of road and we coated that as well. Now, it cost $1.2 million to lay 1 kilometer of rail line. Okay. So, if you lose that and you need to replace it, it means you have to remove and then put new one. That's going to cost you at least 1.5 million per kilometer. If we quote it, it will cost $76 per kilometer. That's $6,000.
What are you waiting for? Have you not put in proposals for the small business?
Oh, we have, but it's
all demand on you is just too much.
No.
You just want to take your time before you explore all those opportunities because this is a good business idea for somebody else.
Well, it's not so much we being overloaded with work. It's because we pay attention to detail. We don't take it as much as we want to. Okay, because you need to deliver and place a warranty on it. We're going to give a 10-year warranty. So we better make sure what we're doing is right. Nobody else in this country is going to be a 10-year warranty on a corrosion treatment. No. Yeah, we do because we know what we're doing. We understand what we're doing. We use what is required.
We smoke it down.
I'm sure I'm happy and impressed about your best practices. But there's a gentleman probably at home watching, and this is always the favorite question, who says, wow, that's a shaka. I just want to all mine to, or even your workers, what would you tell a young man who would always want to emulate you or try to grow up, become a businessman like you?
Nothing is impossible. Absolutely nothing. If you want to move this building across the street and depend enough, you can do it.
Not that easy.
Nothing is easy. You gotta put your mind to it. I mean, you see buildings move on TV, they're moving from one location to the other. Whoever thought that was possible? It's done now. Okay? So, whoever thought we go to the moon and have some piece of equipment ran around and sending photos of Mars. That's happening today.
So that young man should think nothing is impossible.
And nothing, absolutely.
All right, Chavern Group today, 14-seater aircraft, you know, construction industry, anti-corrosion company, aerial photography company. Where do you see yourself with Chavern Group the next 10 years?
I'll be going. Somebody else better take it up. That's basically why you employ people to develop their skills and their will to do things and make things happen. The guy running Guinness today is not called Mr. Guinness. Okay.
So you see yourself off the business for other people?
Unless you choose for right. And I want to go to sport.
We're working on it.
I go let that sport and let somebody else take it up.
All right, so that's the man with the humor. We're talking to Shaka Azu. Shaka Azu is the CEO of Chavern Group, and obviously that's the company that owns a 14-seater aircraft. It's a charter aircraft, so you can look at them and do business with them. He's talked much about the corrosion industry. They have an anti-corrosion company, and then also with the districts and metropolitan assemblies, they have designed that area photography company. So as a man in business, and of course today we're celebrating as a mover and a shaker. Many thanks for coming into our studios to share all these insightful business ideas with us. I'm sure as and when we need you again, we'll have you come on. We're taking another break. When we come back, we're looking at your money at the stock market from an investor's point of view.